How's it going, YouTube? My name is Antonio from the Seriously Inappropriate podcast, and I'm here to tell you about how I suck. How's it going, YouTube? My name is Antonio from the Seriously Inappropriate podcast, and I'm here to tell you how I turned my extra bedroom into a podcast studio. So the first thing that I did was get a couple of blackout curtains that also doubled as a little bit of soundproofing, just to cover up the window to minimize any natural light coming in to the studio. That helps with whenever you get artificial lighting, it doesn't give it a weird contrast and it doesn't mess up the type of lighting that you're trying to do. So after that, I got another blackout curtain so that I could section off the room and give the podcast studio a little more intimate feel. Also, it serves as another layer of soundproofing for the studio. And from there, I ordered a cherry wood table from Lowe's that ran me about $200, just so that I could start getting the spacing for the studio. After I got my spacing all situated, now it was time to work on the soundproofing. What I did for the soundproofing is I bought a 50-pack of some very cheap acoustic foam off Amazon for about $50. The foam by itself isn't going to do much to soundproof your room. So what I did is I got pre-stretched canvas from Michaels. You can get a 2-pack for about $6. And I put some adhesive glue and stuck the foam pads on the top of the canvas. After that, I layered the inside of the canvas with some cheap towels that I got from Goodwill around town, and that acted as a heavier layer of soundproofing. And I also did the same soundproofing with the studio art that I had already had. Just layered it with more towels to serve as wall art and double as soundproofing. I got the idea to do the soundproofing from a YouTube video that I'll link in the description below. And to be honest with you, I was really surprised at the acoustic difference this type of soundproofing actually made in this room. And to give you a little example of that, I'll play you a clip from our old studio and then play a clip of the new studio, so you can see for yourself the type of difference this type of soundproofing actually made to the quality of the audio. If you like the beats that I make, Fat Tony PROD, Instagram, YouTube, and SoundCloud. If you like the beats that I make, Fat Tony PROD, Instagram, YouTube, and SoundCloud. The studio turned out a lot better than I had thought it would when I first started this whole project. And I'm actually very happy about that because our sound quality has gone up significantly, as you saw in those two clips. And it's just a better feel and a better environment for us to get into what we get into during the podcast. I'm also going to leave a small breakdown of the audio equipment that we use, the microphones, the mixer, the camera, all of that we use in our podcast, and you can go check that out for yourself. The type of equipment that we have works for us because it wasn't outrageously expensive, but still gives us the type of quality that we're looking for when we do our podcast. If you want to see me give a breakdown of the actual studio equipment that we use, comment down below and I'll be sure to get to that video whenever I get to it. So that's the studio, everybody. If you liked the video, if it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the Seriously Inappropriate channel. Check out our podcast that we do every week. We live stream it to YouTube. It's crude humor. We enjoy doing it, so I hope you enjoy listening to it. Other than that, I will see you guys next time.
Seriously Inappropriate with James and Antonio.